at ACCYC 2010, and this is not the first convention that you've come to attend with us. And you've also served in many places in the U.S. And so my question is, now that you know both sides, and you've seen the youth in both the States and El Qusayya where you serve, what in your mind is the difference between the youth, or the similarities even?
I think the challenges that people are facing are very much the same core, even though it takes some different shapes, different expressions. But it carries the same challenges. It's the challenge to be united with God. It's the challenge to be spiritual. It's the challenge to understand about yourself. It's the challenge to live in peace, to challenge to enjoy the love of God, actually to feel the kingdom of God in your life. And this is the big challenge, because it's all over. And how people are nowadays is starting to be very busy, and more of the technology takes people sometimes away from God, and how we are using technology nowadays. And for example, the use of the cell phones everywhere, and texting each other, and then that makes people really they are connected and not connected at the same time. They are connected in the air. So I call it the era of the prince of the air. It's the air that is connecting, but the personal touch, the personal relationships is getting down, and the air is dominating everyone. And a lot of time that we see that in this the prince of the air is dominating and putting lots of different ideas. So it's the same challenges that you are facing in the internet, people in Upper Egypt also are facing, because the internet now is just like it's dominant. And that means that the same challenges, and the challenge of showing up, and the challenge of money and economical situations. Maybe in Egypt they are facing other factors as well, like because the economical status there is different than here. So more of the poverty, more of the hope for future. These are also stronger challenges there. So, but after all, as we human beings, we're searching for Christ, and we are focusing, putting Christ number one in our life. I think this is the challenge that people will face. Are we putting Christ number one? And then what would happen? It's the faith, the trust that He is carrying us needs lots of work from our sides, from good experience, good examples in the societies. What we are lacking all over, whether in the States or Egypt, it's the good examples of the people of God that have good witness of their life, to be faithful and to be standing firm in the faith. Yes, we have a lot, but it's you see, it's in every place you need to see this. And that's why when you have a place where you have a good example of a mentor or someone in the society, then you see that this community will be coming, lifting up.
We know that you focus a lot on the youth being witnesses and servants wherever they are. And in your wisdom, what do you think is the pillars or the foundations of witnessing and preaching, and how can the youth become preachers in the world?
We can witness, first of all, to ourselves. First of all, that you need to uh, to see Christ in you, that you yourself become the image of Christ. And that means that when you are able to carry in you the image of Christ, you are easily is able to envision Christ to the others. Because you can't envision Christ to the others if you don't have the vision, the image of Christ in you. And that means that even if you don't talk at all to people, and you carry the image of Christ in you, you are witnessing. So the first thing is to witness to yourself and work very hard to have the image of Christ in you, to carry in you the characters, the examples, like I would dare to say, the DNA of Christ. That means that everything you do, every expressions in your life, it is expressing about Christ. That means that you carry your faith, your belief, what you have, and you just work it. It comes out as your ethics, your morals, your thinking, your feelings, your relationships, and that makes the others would see you as a different person. And then here they would ask about your faith. Or even if they don't ask about your faith, but at least they see who you are. And I think this it has been very active things. The second is the good deeds. You go and do good things. Christ did these good deeds for the community, for the society around him, regardless who they are. He was meeting with a Samaritan woman, he's giving her something. He's talking with her about spirituality. He had the same talk to Nicodemus, the Pharisees, who understand a lot and who read the Old Testament and who carries a lot of education, but at the same time, he never ended up with him the discussions. It's the same thing as well. He met with a Samaritan woman in a different way, but also he never ended the discussion with her. So the two discussions are a continuous discussions till now, till this moment. We meet Nicodemus and we meet the Samaritan woman in our lives. And here, are we having the ability to discuss with these two examples? He would go to the centurion, the Roman centurion, and he would go to the Phoenician woman, and he would just go to the normal poor people regardless who they are. And that's an important thing, that to do good. Just a drop of a healthy bar, for example, to a homeless person. It will make a difference. And I feel here that it's how you are dealing with your own personal expression of faith in your own personal life. That's a witness. But then it comes the organized mission, the organized work. But I could see as well, if you are not able to serve your own community around you, how are you going to serve some people that you don't know? Look around you. You find lots of people that they are not knowing Christ. But I want to tell something here about the mission. I'm sorry to challenge you in this. The fantasy and the glory of taking a group from American youth and go somewhere and serve, and carrying some food and carrying some speaking around here and there, and then that's a good mission. I'm not criticizing it. I'm saying that's good things. But what about also your neighbor who does not know Christ? Can you dare to go and talk with them about Christ? The atheists, the humanists, the secular, are you working on them or not? Are you able to present Christ for these people or not? We're trying to enjoy the Christian sofa, that we are sitting in a secured haven and not being challenged by the real mission. Reach out for people that nobody reaches out for. That will make a big difference. Witness to the people around you. But also, not only that, what about the nominal Christians in your own Coptic community? How many of them are coming to church? How many of them are so far away now? And are we reaching out for them or not? Are we trying to bring them in or not? And this is an important issue as well, that we need to work on it. Mission is not only for a certain group, but mission is for every person you meet. So every person you meet in your life, you put an altar between you and them. And what are you put there? Are you putting an offering to lead them to Christ, or you are not able to do it? That's the mission. He is the one who stands in the clefts.
How to choose the correct spouse?
Be honest to yourself first.